good morning. My name is Angela. I'm coming in here, or we're coming in here to check and change your wound dressing. How are you this morning? Doing great? Awesome. Awesome. May I check your armband? Double check your name and date of birth. Okay. Patricia Teal. Yes. 9/7/1970. Okay, that's my son's birthday, by the way. Okay. All right. Hand hygiene. All right, I'm gonna adjust the bed to my height. I'm kind of tall, so I have to make sure I'm safe. All right. How are you feeling? How's your pain? Is that a one that's manageable? Okay. Well, like I said, I'll come in. We're gonna clean out your wound and we're gonna change the dressing. If that is okay with you, it is perfect. All right, we're gonna peel everything back. First of all, the patient's in a position where I can get to her wound, so I don't really have to move her. Has anyone moved you today? They have? Okay, awesome. All right. I'm going to pull that back. I'm going to hand hygiene again and put on some disposable gloves. So I will not touch anyone's wound without having on some type of gloves. Take the old, and I have a red bag off to the side. All right, we're looking at it. Okay. Checking it out. There's no pus, purulent, exudate or anything like that. Looks like it's healing as expected. Okay, you say your pain is at a 1. Okay, that's awesome. All right, we'll take these gloves off. I'm going to hand hygiene again, and I'm going to start to set up. I'm going to grab a check pad, and I'm going to slide that under the patient as safely as possible. Are you in pain? Is everything okay? Awesome. Okay, we're going to do hand hygiene once again. We're going to take off those gloves. Do hand hygiene again. We're going to start the process of addressing her wound. We're going to open this up. Everything's supposed to be sterile, so I'm going to lay this out just like this. And what I would do is I put on some gloves, since everything, in a perfect world, we wouldn't have this kit. We'll get everything individually. And usually a marking pen has like a ruler in it, so I would probably get a marking pen. Or one of the, sponge applicators have it too, so I could probably wear disposable gloves. I'm going up there and I'm going to ask her about the pain again. With disposable gloves on, I would check from the top to the bottom the size of the wound. This is kind of circular, so, and it stops at 10 centimeters. So if I do this, put my finger here, I can start from there and measure it continuously. And I got 13 centimeters going down and 13 by 5. So we got that going on. We take this and put this aside. We gotta remember 13 by 5 when we document. All right. Take off those disposable gloves and do hand hygiene one more time. Do it really, really good. Next thing, for the purpose of this video, I have on a bouffant and, of course, I have a face mask on. You're going to unroll this gown, obviously the right way, and you're going to put it on. The way I'm putting it on, I usually like to keep my sleeves covered, you know what I mean, that way. I could let my hands out. I'm going to hand hygiene again. I will. And I have to tie it. So you're going to find your string. Should be, in a perfect world, mid. You can tie the back. If I can find it. I'm not a small woman, so I should be able to find this pretty easily. And you're going to take it, and you're going to tie it in the back. There's another one that should be in the middle, but I cannot find it. I'm going to pretend like I tied it. So since I touched everything, again, I'm going to hand hygiene. And I'm going to get my gloves, and I'm going to grab them here. I don't have that much surface. I'm going to probably turn it to the side, or I will find another surface to put my gloves on sterilely, which that's what I'm about to do because I don't have enough room. But then again, I gotta be on camera, so. All right, so as you can see, I've used these gloves before, unfortunately. I don't like to go with the right hand, but I guess we're gonna do that today. We're gonna grab them from the inside. We're gonna find the thumb as we're holding it, and I'm gonna turn it so that I can get that thumb situation, and I'm gonna grab it on the inside because the inside is not sterile, and I'm gonna pull it 1, 2, whoop. Well, if they tear, of course I would change them. Let's just say I changed them. We're pulling them once again from the inside. This one, we're gonna take the sterile hand, we're gonna grab the other glove, we're gonna grab that cuff. So then, I'm gonna slide my left hand in, making sure I'm lined up with the thumb, and I'm gonna pull gently. These gloves are very cheap and crappy. Okay, so that's done. The inside of this paper is sterile, but it has touched me. I'm gonna probably let that bad boy, oh, there's a string there. I'm gonna probably, this is what I do if I was in surgery. I'll probably take my, and I would do this. Let that puppy fall to the floor. I'm gonna pick it up. So anyway, we're gonna move on. We have all this gauze, we have the sterile water. I'm gonna pick up the sterile water. I'm gonna check the expiration because it says 10/21. Cool, I'm gonna open it. Break the seal, peel it. I'm gonna pour it in here. Take this bad boy, toss it out. I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna put it in the red bag because I'm done with this. Okay, so this is my wet, this is my dry. What I'm going to do is, so this is not a gauze, this is your dressing. So I'm going to divide, because I want more dry than wet. I'm gonna put my dry on the dry side, wet on the wet side. So let's say this is wet. While this is in here, I'm gonna also draw up some of that wonderful saline. And you know what, I'm gonna set it in that side. Okay, let's get it going. Let's start the cleaning process. All right, I'm gonna take one of my dry to catch any of. I'm gonna put it at a 45. This is a big syringe. I have small hands, so I'm gonna do it this way. And I'm gonna do it on just in this way, so that way when it spills over, it'll spill over into the dressing. And I have to be careful how I do this dressing so that I don't contaminate my hand. So you're gonna keep going with this, catching it and throw it away. You wanna keep going with this until it runs clear. I'm done with this. I'm gonna put that aside. I'm gonna come with another wet. And I'll start from the most clean, so it appears to be the most dirty, and I'm gonna pat it. Because you don't want to be vigorous and wipe it or anything like that. Put that bad boy in the trash. And I'm gonna do one more. And once again, starting from clean to the dirty. I'm gonna fold it. Actually, I'm gonna do two. Because I'm gonna swipe one side and then the other. So I'm gonna do a nice little gentle swipe of one side. Toss that out. Fold it again and do the other. Then it's very wet. So we're gonna take the dry. And we're going to, because I want to do one pat there. I can pull it up and I want to come back again. So we're going to do this. We're going to do one pat. I'm going to do one pat. And this should dry it up. One pat. Pull that bad boy up. All right? Technically, I'm supposed to have one. Let's just say I have one. Okay. Next thing we want to do is we want to take the last of our wet, and we're going to take it and try to do it in such a way that it can fit this wound. And I'm going to place it in there. And with applicators, which I don't have, I do have Q-tips, but I forgot to get them. We're going to, for the sake of this video, and say that I have the Q-tips. And with the Q-tips, keep your hands sterile. You're going to wedge that bad boy in there. You're going to get it in there. This might be a lot more than needed, but we're going to put that in there. All right, we got that in there. The next thing you want to do is, of course, you want to start the process of putting on the dressing. right here is for wrapping. I mean, I don't think I would use this per se, unless you're wrapping a foot or something. But the spoon, probably take it like this. Now, so then I have my tape that comes next. Well, this is still sterile. We're gonna take the tape, we're gonna tape it across. I don't know if you wanted us to use all of our stuff or we're gonna use it again. That part I don't know, but for the sake of this video, I've taped it all. Not too tight, but taut enough to where it doesn't come free. I threw it away. Then we're gonna get this label, and we're gonna write down the time and the date, my initials, when I changed it. And that's pretty much it for that. And of course, you should have asked about allergies because there's some people who have latex allergies. Not latex allergies, I'm referring to adhesive. My sister does, and so then you have to figure out what alternative you can get to make sure that the patient is still safe and you're changing their wound effectively and safely. But that's pretty much it. This is hot. For me, hopefully I did this correctly, and I hope you like my person.